Syntax for anonymous functions bums me out. The word function, that's just too many letters. I want a new way. Especially if I'm going to do them in line like this. Let's learn a new way. Behold the arrow function. If you'd like to follow along, throw this in ye Slack. So we've done functions this way. We've done functions this way, where you assign it to a variable. Right? What about an arrow function? Well, that looks a little something like this. Say const, say yeah, equals, and then instead of saying function parens, curly brace, I just put the argument list, equal greater than, an arrow, and then the curly brace. Just a little shorter, doesn't have the word function. You might be wondering, what's the point? But after a while, you become very happy that you can just type that instead of the other. And it doesn't clutter up your screen nearly as much if you have a lot of anonymous functions being passed in. And, little secret, they don't work quite the same. But we're probably not going to talk about what's different about them until tomorrow. We're just going to talk about the syntax now. So this was introduced in ES6. Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to actually call this, right? Say yeah. Did it?
Were you having trouble in AM class?
We even rebooted it over lunch. Well, Apple TV is currently in use. Thanks. It's currently busy not showing my stuff.
Very busy with the busy olds.
Okay, yep. I can call say yeah just like any other function. It works. With no args. What about with some args? With some args. Const. Say, aw, yeah. Oops. Equals. Argument list. Name. Diplomatic title. Arrow. Console log. Oh yeah. Name, comma, diplomatic title. Let's call, say, oh yeah. Yeah, undefined, undefined. No, we got Ivy, destroyer of worlds. Oh yeah, Ivy, destroyer of worlds. So, argument list, arrow, function body. Now, with just one argument, Say cuss yeah. Const equals name console log cuss yeah uncle name say cuss yeah Ryan cuss yeah Uncle Ryan. Ryan is having none of this. I know you're looking at it on there, right? I know. Here's the thing. If there's only one argument, you can leave the parentheses out. Yeah. And hey, if it's a one-liner, I'm running out of things to say.
Heck yeah, I'm running out of things to say. Say where we go.
Say woot. No. Say woot. Whatever. Sure. So we already know we can leave out the parentheses if there's one argument. If it's a one-liner, you can leave out the curly braces. And if there were no argument, I can just put this here. Whoops. That's pretty succinct. Does it work? Say woot. Woot. Even better. Const make it mega. Return mega whatever thing is. Not console log it, but return it. So now I do console log, make it mega. Hold on. I got it. Serena. Mega Serena. Cool. Check this out. It's a one-liner. Yeah, I can make it one line. And one-liners, one-line arrow functions, have an implicit return. So it's always going to return whatever this one line evaluates to. So that at times is super dang handy. Check this out. We've got, I haven't said anything about Mark today. Mark. Sebastian with an A, right? Sebastian, Chris, peeps, dot map, super mega bonus Mark, super mega bonus Sebastian, super mega bonus Chris. So for some reason I want that new array. Look how succinct that is to just transform all the items in that array. So much better than a for loop. At the moment it might seem harder because you're not real familiar with the syntax. But as you get used to it, you can see that makes it really easy to tell what it's doing to each thing, right? So it's some new syntax, but here we go step by step. One-liner with implicit return. Using an arrow function in map. Groovy. So, back in our project, we have our enter list item. That's old news. We know it creates a list item. So how are we going to call it? I'll call object.keys on person. Person is this object here. So I'll get an array of name, age, and favorite color. And then I'll map over that. And what is each thing in that array? It's just these strings, right? So that's the label of this stat that I'm getting ready to put. So I will call it label inside my anonymous function here. And then I'm just going to render a list item passing in the label and the value. The label is just the label, the current item from this array. And then the value at that key inside the person object. And then I'll append it to the list. So that's the way I did that, using our fancy new arrow functions and map. Again, you'll see this many, many times. It'll become old news.